power that is given to young people. There is a true belief in what young people can do, and I can even just speak to my own experience. You know, I was 22 when I started what is now Breakthrough, and I look back and I'm blown away that I was trusted to found a nonprofit organization, and I didn't necessarily know what I was doing, but had to learn by doing, and that is exactly what's at the core of the whole program. So just the power of what people can do if they're given, if they're dedicated, they work really hard and they believe in what they're doing, and they're given the trust and responsibility.
This is like baptism of fire in this teaching program here. You actually get a chance as a young, energetic, completely optimistic person to actually be in the classroom and teach, have the full responsibility of teaching young people in live action. And when you come out of that experience after the 8 weeks that you've been involved in it, and then if you come back even a second time and get 16 weeks under your belt, you are way further ahead in your understanding of teaching than anybody else would be. Even than some students who are getting classroom, who are studying teaching, may not get that kind of hands-on, right in front of you, in your heart experience.
Coming in to Breakthrough 2 summers ago, I really had no intention of becoming a teacher. As a psychology major, I was very interested in neuropsychology and brain science and things like that. So I saw this as a challenging opportunity, but I didn't think it would define my career path. Probably even a couple days into the program, I just completely fell in love with the teaching profession. I have decided that I do want to pursue teaching as a career, and I hope to teach in an urban environment.
I think coming back to Breakthrough and seeing the passion that teachers have, and also the passion that a lot of students have here, has really made me see what teaching actually is. And it's a great balance between teaching a child and also being a mentor to them.
The difference between my Breakthrough classes and the classes at my regular school are they're actually smaller. So I feel like I'm getting a one-on-one experience with my teachers that I don't really get at my normal school. And I feel like I'm being supported. So I feel like I'm being challenged to ask a question other than I should stay quiet because they're gonna judge me. Along with the fact that I feel more confident in myself and my learning capability, I feel as if the skills that they've taught me, they'll stick with me for a while.
With Breakthrough teachers, we know when it's time to be serious and when it's time to have fun and be ourselves. They make us happy. They make us want to keep going. They push us and they want us to be here. So if someone wants you to be in a place, you'll want to be there even more.
Personally, as a middle schooler, I was told a lot, you're smart, you're smart, you're smart. And I think that definitely in high school, I sometimes shied away from challenge because I was just I should get this right now. But I think coming to Breakthrough and seeing the model in which how they teach our students that yes, you work hard, but you can get better. And I think that that's an important thing for a 12-year-old to learn and a 21-year-old to learn, that regardless of the success that you see, there's still room to grow.
You can make mistakes and you know that you're not going to get it right the first time, but there's so much support for you to grow and to, at the end, hopefully get it right. Whether it's teaching, mentorship, professional development, how to connect with students. I mean, I think every teacher at Breakthrough can say at one point that they have failed, but they have come out learning, and basically their life, I really do believe, was changed in some way. It's hard, it's very rigorous work, but there's no better place to fail and to succeed afterward.
Probably my favorite part of the Breakthrough program is the fact that we're allowed to be mentors to the students, and they really stress the importance of that mentorship. So not only do you have students in your classroom, but you also have a group that you're responsible to be their mentor for both social, academic, and kind of all matters. I've also text students all the time. I'll get FaceTime from students asking me about college. I've given them virtual tours of my campus, and it's just really great kind of to have those connections with students, and they've taught me more than I could ever have imagined.
The most valuable thing that Breakthrough offers our students, aside from the academics and the support and the knowledge, is a community. And if they're able to maintain the strong community of peers who are like-minded, who are dedicated to going to college, who love to learn, who want to work hard, then I think that that transition into college is going to be so much easier because they will have peers and people that they look up to and trust and depend upon to say, you need to go to college, you need to keep going, you need to work hard, like this is what you want to do and you can do it.
When I come, the teachers are like ready to welcome me, and that makes me feel like I'm somebody. I want to be a brain surgeon when I grow up. When I came here to Breakthrough, the teachers, like when I told the teachers I want to be a brain surgeon, everyone looked at me like, wow, that's amazing.
Statistically, a lot of students do drop out the first year of college because that transition is really difficult. And to have mentors who are supporting your students while you're in college, especially during that first year, is extremely important. And also, if there's a way to have former teachers, Breakthrough teachers, mentor those kids throughout college, you still have that bond and from when you taught them, and that bond can kind of help them throughout college and give them kind of success advice after the fact. So now they've reached their goal, but it doesn't stop there. They always keep learning and growing, and to have a mentor who can help them through those, who's already lived that, things like that during that first year of college would be very, very helpful.
So 2015 has been a really exciting year for Breakthrough as we've been both looking back at and celebrating 20 years of work in Philadelphia, and also looking to the future because we just finished a strategic planning process. So in alignment with our dual mission of supporting the development of both students and teachers, we also have some key programmatic goals in our strategic plan that are in alignment with one for our students and one for our teachers. Breakthrough has been extremely successful in getting students to college. In fact, over the last 3 years, we've had an 86% college entrance rate. Unfortunately, what we're seeing is that we're losing students across college, and we know data tells us that there are a number of obstacles that our students face in that transition to college and also in their early years in college. So we want to make sure that we're providing those supports so that our students can be successful. So for example, we're looking at a college launch program to prepare students before they go to college, that summer before college, to kind of give them information that they need to know how to navigate the college campus once they're there, how to identify resources for themselves, and also how to self-advocate so that they know who to connect to, so they can connect to the professors when they're having trouble and they can find those resources. We're also, through this college launch program, we're really looking to connect Breakthrough students to larger cohorts of students. So we're looking at partnerships with other nonprofit organizations doing similar work so that we can kind of create these groups so that when students enter into college, they already have those connections that are going to help them feel comfortable and having those associations once they're on the college campus. We're also looking at a mentorship program, and I think this is really exciting because we're trying to connect our teaching fellows, our former teaching fellow alumni, with students so that, you know, sometimes all a student may need once they're on the college campus is to have somebody kind of checking in on them. We're launching some summer programs for our students. This past year we launched a program for rising seniors, and that was focused both on academics and college preparation. So we want to make sure that as we're building our programming that we're adding in additional touch points in terms of building student academics, but then also teaching them some of those critical skills to navigating the college process and kind of that social know-how that if you are a first-generation student, it hasn't been part of your language necessarily. So we're building that into our language and then making sure that once students are there, that they have that support, both from Breakthrough and that they can identify the resources on campus to find that support.
Going through college in a straight four-year track, many people do it, but many people don't. It's a very difficult process. And so when we think about supporting our students who are coming through Breakthrough, often many of them first-generation college folks. Many of them, if they move to a college that's outside the Philadelphia area, it may be the first time that they've lived away from home or lived outside of Philadelphia. You can begin to see what some of the challenges are going to be for students, and then it's a process of trying to gear our programming to match those needs of students. We're there for looking at their academic progress, and if there are particular courses that may be difficult, how we can help them get, make sure they're getting the tutoring they need or the support they need, how we might be able to provide resources back home that are going to be able to help them in the summertime, etc. These are all the kinds of nitty-gritty kinds of support that students really need.
And then the second goal is geared towards our teachers, and we are really looking to develop deeper relationships with local colleges and universities in order to develop a more specific pipeline for teachers to enter into the field of education, so that teachers have a roadmap when they come to Breakthrough of being able to commit to the field, and particularly commit to schools in Philadelphia, so we can have a greater impact in Philadelphia schools.
What lies ahead for Breakthrough is really bright and really wonderful. This program works for students and for teachers, and going forward, that's the one thing we can't lose sight of. It's the one thing we have to continue to build on that, and it's the one thing I want everybody else to know and understand about the program.